looking like my hobby. I'm living life like a Marvel movie. Stay alive, say hi to my. Take a ride, let's go on my. Why you surprised when I buy you? Who told you I ain't got no money? Who told you I can't handle money? You're on the floor, I'm still holding money. Got me talking. Hey, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Now bet you go. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Now bet you go. Oh, I swear down, I'ma show them I'm in. They wish down, they put down money. All them clowns never help nothing. And they go space now in the bandwagon. Right round town in my bandwagon. Screaming, who told you we ain't got no money? Who told you I got...
We come to you live on EA Sports, and it's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A mixed shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. Won by Atlanta.
Y'all know what time it is.
Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard. He was all over him. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard. Not that time. For 3. No good. That's great defense. Markieff Morris sends it away. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
He gets it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time for some new personnel into the game. George to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound comes to Atlanta. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Paul George. To Williams. Here comes the screen. Williams. To George. From long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Paul George. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's LA Clippers ball. And score. Strong take.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Parker. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Short jumper off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Williams' shot won't go. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Lou Williams missed his first. That one goes.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Williams across the timeline. Down by 15. To Miles Bridges. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Deep two there, won't go. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Lou Williams. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Allen Crabbe. Got it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Here comes the screen. Williams. It's good.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
to Allen Crabbe. Runner's good there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Williams into the front court. His guys down big. Trying to cash in. Lou Williams looking good. 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. First quarter's complete. The Hawks already pulling away. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Williams across the timeline, trailing by 15. Alex Len sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Here's Atlanta. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Williams into the front court. Down a bundle to Matthews. Williams to Miles Bridges. J.J. Redick. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen to Redick. And Collins there to grab the rebound. To Allen Crabbe. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Williams to Matthews.
Screen, I got your help.
The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Miles Bridges. To Leonard. And it's the big man, Len, with the rebound. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Trevor Ariza trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues.
Here we go. I got him.
Leonard. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen, screen.
Beyond the arc for 3. Smothering D. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Get into it. I'm going here. Get the ball.
Rises for the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hey, lock up.
Scores from the post.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Don't let him split. Come on here.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive, right to the basket. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. George. Got a piece to knock it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
George. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Shot by Parker, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander to George. Screen coming. Paul George. Now a steal by Atlanta.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Leonard. Oh, he got a piece of it. And that one is out. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And that'll...
Substitutions. Subbing in for LA, number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
And count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Rebound claimed by the Hawks. Jumper's good.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard. Runner here won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Leonard.
Here we go. My ball.
Matthews. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Hawks have it. To Allen Crabbe. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
And count the basket.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old, simple, bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Ariza. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Leonard. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Hawks have the board. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. To Leonard.
Hey, watch this screen left. Watch cutter, watch cutter, watch cutter. Watch back door, back door.
Down to 5 on the 24. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound taken by the Hawks. Tough make through traffic.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Can't connect. Four three. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Almost unlucky bounce. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Driving right to the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
I got him. Here we go.
Here's Leonard for two. And he hits.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Down low for Len. From long range. That's how you defend. Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Off the mark. Another chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Down low for Len. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Leonard. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Hawks with a nice advantage. Hawks with the basketball to start this 4th quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the 4th quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Williams into the front court. Down a bundle. Paul George. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Lets it fly from long range. Not getting it. And a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
LA Clippers with the basketball. To Redick. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good, so they... George to Gilgeous-Alexander. John Collins tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Here's a chance from long range. Misfires. Slams it home on the putback.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's Atlanta ball. Gets to the basket and scores.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Williams to Paul George. Has a look. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Able to convert inside.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Williams to George. Here comes the screen. George, defended by Len. Won't go. Another shot won't go either. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Hawks with the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
John Collins at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 71% for his career. Whoops, that won't go. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Cashes in for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul George.
You got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Can't convert the free throw. Williams. Can't connect. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Desperation shot here from half court. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Atlanta Hawks. The Clippers are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Atlanta Hawks
Played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Clippers. That does it for us. On behalf of the